Shalom and welcome, everyone. This presentation is going to be brief, but it's going to be on a topic that comes up a lot, especially in my emails. Many questions about demons or ghosts or spirits, wicked spirits. Now, in the faith of Israel, true Israelites, the Jewish people, for all time and based on the Hebrew Scriptures alone, which is our text, the teachings of the Christian understanding of, for example, Satan, is completely different in the Hebrew Scriptures. The Hebrew Scriptures does not ever paint Satan as another god, lowercase g God. It does not talk about demons at all. It speaks about God alone, who controls all forces, as you can find this in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I make peace and create evil. It tells you very clearly he makes the light and creates darkness. And he says, I, Yehovah, do all these things. Now, this doesn't mean that God is evil. He's trying to tell you very clearly that he controls all things. There is no other force that can challenge him in anything. But the concept of demons comes up so much, so I have to answer to this. Because in the Scriptures, Satan is not a bad guy. In the Hebrew Scriptures, Satan does as God tells him to do. The angels do the bidding of God alone. They do not have free will to do whatever they want. They do exactly as God tells them. They do not have a counter team against God. It's just ridiculous in Tanakh. So, this being said, people say, okay, fine. Satan's a good guy. He works for God. I don't put it in those kind of terms, but some people will say that. Okay, Satan's a good guy. How do you explain all over the world that people are being possessed by demons or spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call it, supernatural experiences, and it's negative? They are getting hurt. They are being tormented. It's scary. Are you telling me that's good? That comes from God? So here is an easy explanation, hoping that you will understand how this works with the beliefs of the Jewish faith, of the Tanakh alone. What is going on is the question. How can this be from an all-caring, all-good God? When you read the Torah, study the Torah teaches to stay away from sorcery, to stay away from wickedness, from magic, from witches, spells. All of these things to do with the supernatural, the occult, is forbidden in the Torah. It says, do not do this. It even speaks about talking to the dead. Yes, God says this is real. Don't do it. It's an abomination. So therefore, God warns us in the Torah over and over. These are negative things. These are not good things. Stay away from it. Now, a response from a Christian or an atheist or anybody would be, okay, well, what about people that don't believe in the Torah, that don't follow the Torah, that are not religious? Is that fair that they're being tormented and mistreated and whatever they're going through, negative? How do you make sense of that? They don't know the Torah. And here's the answer, the easy answer for everyone, whoever is wanting to know. Why would God allow this? Even to those who don't know the Torah. The answer is very simple, and it will make sense, I hope, by the end of this presentation. If God tells you that spiritism as a whole, sorcery, magic, the whole 9 yards, all of it is evil and wicked, don't do it. Talking to the dead, don't do it. Now, atheists, people that don't believe in God, or anyone who is not religious, doesn't take this sort of thing serious or doesn't know about it. But when they go to get their palm read, to talk to dead loved ones or dead friends or celebrity, whatever the case. When they do these things, or witchcraft or seances, things of the wicked occult of magic, or reading the stars, what are they wanting to do? They knowingly are wanting to experience something supernatural. They want, even though they claim to not believe in the supernatural, they do it. The Ouija board, other things like that. Curses, saying curses in the mirror, and then wondering why they're being tormented. They are wanting something to happen not of the norm. Do you understand me so far? I hope you do get it. They want something to happen. They're stirring up something. They're not assuming that nothing's going to happen, that they're not going to figure out. They expect something to happen. This is the difference between other sins and the supernatural sins. Since, for example, an atheist does not believe in God or spirits or the supernatural period, right? But yet they go to get their palm read or a seance to speak to the dead, they are basically saying, I want something supernatural to happen. This is how you understand it. So God says, okay, you want to play with the supernatural? He will tell his angels, go show them what I think of the supernatural and what I think of doing these wicked things. Do you think that he would want God, the good God, the creator, he would want the angels to make you believe that this is something wonderful, something beautiful to keep doing? No. I hope this makes more sense to you now. He's going to tell his angels, go scare them. Rattle their cages. Whatever it takes to make them stop and realize what they're doing and what they did is something not good. This is very negative. And that's why we have situations with people in their lives who are suffering, getting scared, being tormented by wicked spirits. They call it wicked spirits. It's not wicked spirits. It's the angels doing the bidding of God. They want to play with the supernatural. I want you to show them that this is not positive, but negative. And what is the results? Those who love magic and spiritism and wicked things that they don't really realize is wicked, what are they going to do once they start getting scared and realizing this is negative? They're going to question what they are doing, and a lot of them will come to God because of it. I hope this makes sense. This is why in Tanakh, God is in control of all things, and he says to stay away from these things. And therefore, if you summon these things and do these wicked acts that are based on sorcery and magic, spiritism, the supernatural, there are going to be consequences. And they're not going to be good. They're going to be negative. And this makes perfect sense why God would allow this to happen. Because what you are doing is wrong, and it is not positive. I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for your time. Shalom.